I know I didn't prepare you for this, Kyle, but can you start the show today?
Yeah, hi. Welcome to the Laughing Place Morning News Update. I'm Kyle Burbank. I'm the managing editor of laughingplace.com. And sitting next to me on the other side of the country is Doobie Mosley, the co founder of Laughing Place back in 1999. And we're going to go through the morning news. We're going to talk about Fantasmic this morning, as you may have got from the thumbnail. Also going to talk about probably Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't look at the sheet because Doobie quizzes me about this day in Disney history at the end of the show, and I don't want to spoil that or cheat. So I don't 100% know what we're going to talk about today, but how you doing, Doobie?
First of all, that is now your job, and I will just make sure to hide this in history because you do it infinitely better than I do. Second, I'm doing great. Nice to see you. Hey, hello. Got my notice early enough to not. Awesome. Thank you, YouTube, for pushing that out to someone who
Glad you got
actually
to watch
does
that
care.
train wreck. But we're going to start this show as we start every show, and that is with a look at the Disney stock price. Did I say it slowly enough that you could find the video in time?
Why don't we completely reverse the show? You
Okay.
ask me.
Okay. Doobie, yesterday when we checked the stock, it was way down. It was in 97 range, I believe. How do you think it's doing today?
I think it's probably around 99.18 or so would be my guess.
Well, that's not fair. I was
Uh,
going to say up because I felt like that was so far down that it only had room to go up. And sure enough, yes, it is up, at least from
Quite
when
a
we
bit.
checked it.
Yeah, that's like 2%. So if you had bought it yesterday at this time and then
Bringing this
sold
bit
it
back.
now, what?
So bringing this bit back.
All right, you're in control, man. What's next?
Next, we're going to take a look at the weather with Ethan, and Doobie is going to hit the Ethan button even. Should be the
Good
one.
morning, everyone, and welcome to the LP Disney Weather Update. It's Friday, so you know what that means. 7 a.m. Waking up in the morning. Gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs. Gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal. Seeing everything, the time is going. Ticking on and on, everybody's rushing. Gotta get down to the bus stop, gotta catch my bus, I see my friends. Kicking in the front seat, sitting in the back seat. Gotta make my mind up, which seat can I take? Let's get to the weather. Anaheim is overcast this morning, but that will partially clear as the day goes on, leading to a high of 66. And things are looking good for fireworks tonight so far. Walt Disney World will be mostly cloudy and breezy today, reaching 87 degrees with a low of 74 tonight. Castaway Cay is nearly identical to how it was yesterday, including an 84-degree high and 60% humidity. That's the island life Doobie loves. Disneyland Paris is once again facing a few showers now, but should see a dry evening with temps in the upper 50s after dark. Tokyo is bracing for a blustery day tomorrow, with high winds expected all day. These winds will near 30 miles per hour, with a gale advisory in effect tomorrow. As for the temperatures, it will be in the 70s throughout the day. Shanghai will be cloudy tomorrow morning with rain expected in the evening. They'll reach a high of 73 but fall into the 60s once the precip hits. Hong Kong is looking at a mostly cloudy day with a high of 83. However, get this, the 80% humidity will make that feel nearly 10 degrees warmer. Doobie must be salivating at the thought. Anyway, that will do it for another Disney weather forecast. I hope everyone has a fantastic and safe weekend. I'll be back on Monday with more robot shenanigans. Bye for now.
Robot shenanigans.
Does Ethan think there is no temperature too hot for me?
I don't think he does. He thinks the warmer the better. That's crazy though. It's like 83 degrees is the high, but 80% humidity says feels like 92.
Yeah, he's right. I would love that. Thank you, Ethan. I love the Friday at the beginning. That was great.
Thank you.
Can that be a tradition?
Well, he's done it once before. He just sang it, but yeah, but I'll have to
No,
find new
but
ways to integrate it.
I
And
love
yeah,
the
he
video.
said fights. That's what we call a callback to a previous episode. I think it was this week. It might have been last week. Who knows? Time is
Like
irrelevant.
time is irrelevant. Okay.
So now we're gonna hop into the news. What do we have up first, Doobie?
Why don't we talk about Carrie Fisher got a star on the Walk of Fame yesterday, Kyle?
Yeah, this was a posthumous edition. Obviously, her daughter Billie Lourd gave a touching tribute. Her on-screen brother was also there, Mark Hamill, as well as C-3PO and R2-D2 for good measure. yeah, so this is right over by the El Capitan, the Jimmy Kimmel Live stage, and I like this dress that she has on with her mom.
Is that her universe?
I don't know.
I doubt
Not
it. I'm just
familiar.
kidding.
Are those her ashes that she's sprinkling? I don't know. I'm just wondering. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh my! What else would it
Maybe
be?
it's pixie dust. I don't know.
Anybody know for a fact if that's what she did there? Wow. Interesting. So yeah, congratulations to Carrie Fisher and her daughter. There have been issues with other members of the family, but congratulations to Carrie Fisher and her daughter for being there. JJ says it's glitter. It's glitter. So
Darn.
Kyle,
See, watching it on silent, I just have my own ideas.
I'm very, very happy we got that cleared up. Thank you, everybody. Carrie Fisher loved glitter. Okay, TIL.
The Mariah Carey movie, it's very good. Came out after 9/11. They didn't bother to edit out the Twin Towers.
And that's why it did so horribly, right?
Yeah, specifically why.
I think the Fantasmic story is next, Kyle.
All right, yeah. So if you'll recall, a few weeks ago, the Fantasmic dragon, it's Maleficent, but everyone calls it Murphy, caught fire during a performance.
Not everyone.
And Disney announced that they were going to pause shows at least through the 14th, and now they've extended that. So now we'll be paused at least through May 28th. So if it goes much later, people who go to the last day of Splash Mountain won't be able to see Fantasmic.
When is the last day of Splash Mountain again?
30th.
That is interesting. That 28th. That could be quite a weekend if it is actually ready right after that. But it's certainly not guaranteed that it will be ready right after the 28th. They just know it'll be paused to at least the 28th. As Kyle said, it was the 14th, so they've already pushed it back 2 more weeks. Hopefully not much longer. This is very sad. Wow, what a tragedy. Tragedy is not the right word. What a terrible thing to happen.
There you go.
No one got hurt. I wouldn't call it a tragedy. All right, next up, Disneyland Forward. Are you familiar with this one, Kyle?
Sort of, yeah. So Disneyland Forward was a project that they announced a couple of years ago, and the basic idea is that they want to be able to rezone their land so they can kind of use it however they see fit. And so there's not just so many clear borders between hotels and theme park space and restaurant space. They want to be able to use whatever little land that they have so that they can build like a third gate or build new experiences. So anyway, as part of this, they started doing these community outreach sessions to kind of speak to neighboring people more about the idea, probably gin up support. So they did one of these before that we reported on, and now there's a whole list of other meetings that they're doing in the coming months, including all the way through October. So these different community parks around Orange County, not incredibly familiar with any of them, to be honest, but yeah. So if you're in the area, you can go learn some more about what they're doing, and that's pretty much it.
Good for support. Disney wants to be able to do what they want with their land, which sounds a little familiar, but
A little bit.
we're not going to go down that road on this show. Tracy Morgan, who, yay, is doing just fine, is going to be on one of your favorite shows, Kyle, Santa Claus 2.
Yeah, I've never seen this show. This is the second season of the Santa Clauses he's going to be on, which instantly when I think of Tracy Morgan, I think of a joke that I'm not going to say here. But yeah, he's a funny guy. And as you alluded to, he had a really bad accident several years ago. He was hit by a semi, a Walmart truck, I believe, and had to make his way back. But yeah, he's doing fine these days. And I think he's playing, they said a rabbit or a
Easter Bunny
eating thing. Yeah, so he's playing the Easter Bunny. So that should be a fun role.
Yeah, and it's a cameo. It's not. The way it reads is a cameo. It's not like a long running role. So, Kyle, how much do you think that cameo was?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to say at least like 1,000.
I think that's all.
Yeah. Do you think? I mean, if he's playing Jack, he's playing the Easter Bunny. Do you think Jack Frost will come back? Martin Short. I think he was Jack Frost, right?
One can only hope that Martin Short will never be seen on a television screen again as long as television exists.
Wow. even though you like him in Only Murders and even laughed at his joke in the press release for Only Murders or whatever it was, the news
If
story.
I change my mind on Martin Short, I have zero integrity left in my entire life. I so I don't care how much he entertains me. I cannot like him. He could come to my birthday party. Sorry, I'm trying to get something up here. Okay, I'm ready. Next up today, now that we're done with Martin Short, the Walt Disney Family Museum has announced some good news for fans. Nikki B says, "Hey now." Perhaps she is a Martin Short fan.
Hey now,
No
Hank
explaining.
Kingsley.
So Walt Disney Family Museum is normally open from Thursday through Sunday, but this summer you get one extra day of family time. From Memorial Day to Labor Day, it will be open on Mondays as well. So 10 a.m.
Mondays.
10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So you'll be able to enjoy it Thursday through Mondays during the summer. Closed still on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You ever been there, Kyle?
I have not. What is the name of the area where it is?
The Presidio?
Presidio. Yeah, that was it.
It
Thank you.
also okay, DCA. It's also where the famous shareholder meeting was, where my son got his 15 minutes of fame.
Nice.
At the Presidio. My Sunny Saga.
Presidio.
You love Only Murders. You really need to rethink your Martin Short opinions. To which Gio says, Three Amigos and Inner Space are classics, so my Martin Short opinions are confirmed. Thank you.
It takes
Gio,
a big man to admit when he's wrong, and Doobie's getting smaller, so I guess he's just stuck with his opinions.
Oh man, Disney will greenlight more seasons of Only Murders just for whoever that actor is in Only Murders playing the secondary role to Steve Martin is pretty entertaining. There's no way it's Martin Short. I'm not sure who it is, but he's pretty funny, and I like that role. Let's see. I think his opinions are short. Gio, you're kind of corny. Have you ever heard of Kyle? Have you ever heard of
I've heard of
knocker
myself, yeah.
uppers? Knocker uppers.
No. But that's kind of like the Tracy Morgan joke I was going to say.
Okay, it's not. It's not. It's not at all. So,
Okay, I'm very excited.
a knocker upper. I can't believe you don't know this.
Okay.
Was the guy back in the day who would go around and wake up people in the morning before they had alarm clocks. And he
Okay.
would walk around and knock on their windows, and he was called a knocker upper. It was a real, legit profession that, for whatever reason, does not exist anymore. Probably the invention of alarm clocks.
Probably for some reason does not exist anymore. Yeah.
So now you know. We talked about that on trivia. You must have missed that episode.
I guess so.
Yeah. All right. But nothing to do with Tracy Morgan.
So, but what brought that up?
Geo, just the fact that Geo commented, he made a post this morning on his Facebook talking about, hey, knocker uppers, this is the second time I've heard of this. And I'm like, oh, I remember the first time. So I want to make it a third time.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I need to follow that lineage because I was
You
lost.
did not. Sorry, I have to check this real quick.
No problem. Next, we're going to talk about something else. I'm very excited to find out what it is.
Okay,
Hold
my
on.
son.
I have
my
to
son-
go ahead. I ignored this so many times. Electro-syntho-magnetic musical sounds on the live stream. Would you like to say the on the live stream part?
My son during this wrote me a very, very deep question.
Oh, okay.
Who woke the knocker uppers up? That is
Which
a
came
great
first,
question.
the knocker upper or the?
I feel like there has to be one knocker upper up in the town awake at all times to wake up his.
Well, that's like if you ever wonder who. It's the same thing with the hotels. The wake up call guy. Who wakes up the wake up call guy?
Yeah.
Who watches the watchers?
Not anymore?
Nope.
Okay. Earlier this week, we showed a few tweets from the Guardians of the Galaxy Gallery at the Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel. Let's show them all right now.
Welcome to the Hotel Art of Marvel.
They're from our good friend Luke, who is he still in Paris?
He is. I think he's actually going to a different theme park today, Asterix or something like that. Somewhere in Paris or somewhere in France, he's going to a different theme park. So, by the way, look forward to all sorts of new ranks. So we'll have a ranked for Walt Disney Studios Park and Park Disneyland, and then whatever this other park that he's going to is. He also went to the Eiffel Tower, I believe, yesterday, and Notre Dame.
I would like him to just rank Paris attractions and just put the Indiana Jones coaster right on the same list as the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre and stuff, and just rank
He
them
did
off.
say that the Indy coaster was the most painful coaster that he's ever. I don't know if he's ever experienced at Disneyland Paris or Disney Park even.
Does it go forwards or backwards these days?
It goes forwards, I think.
Because that was Disney's first backwards coaster, but only because they lifted the train off and put it on the other way and ran it backwards. Unlike like Everest, which goes forward and backwards. That one they just literally turned the train around, which I can't believe. They do additional testing to make sure it's still safe, right?
I would think so. I mean, I don't know French laws, but I would imagine that Disney would find it in their best interest not to hurt people.
Be ironic if the French had no laws on that, but they did on getting refills on soda.
Yeah. This is Doobie's new favorite fact. This is going to work its way into trivia this weekend somehow.
It is so... I'm not going there. Anyway, while we were talking about stupidity, you got to see Guardians of the Galaxy at the Hotel New York. So, Kyle, don't forget to tell Benji you did that.
To tell Benji I did what? Oh, that I did the thing. Okay.
Yeah, that you did the thing, which is a phrase I hate. I did the thing. Ugh, cringe.
I wasn't trying to...
I love that I did that, said I don't like it, and said cringe, because I also don't like cringe.
See, secretly, this is how you like Martin Short, you like all these banned words, you just want to be cool and hashtag influencer.
I do want to be hashtag influencer with my Epcot shirt today. Nick Fury, not Samuel L. Jackson, but Nick Fury is on the cover of Empire magazine. Why, Kyle?
Because sometime I think it's actually in June, Secret Invasion is coming to Disney Plus, the new series starring Nick Fury, about the Skrulls, and it should be pretty intense. We were talking about the trailer not too long ago and how it's definitely got a different vibe from Marvel. There was no jokes in the trailer, all very serious and espionage, and yeah, it looks very interesting. But so they got a sneak preview on Empire's one of those. I feel like there's a few magazines that get special first look. Sometimes it's like EW, which is no longer weekly or a magazine. And there's Empire and some other ones. But
sorry.
You're good.
Real quick.
Well, I'm going to pull up Gio's comment and read it without reading it. I can see it now. How many refills can you get at Pim's Kitchen in Disney's Studios Avengers Campus? Nick, little trick question. People that come in here will know. Yeah, it's very sad having a Coke Freestyle machine that you can't get a refill on, especially because if you screw up and you get a little too experimental and you end up with a suicide you don't want to drink.
I feel like the law stifles creativity. Yeah, because people should be able to try something strange, knowing they can just dump it and get something else.
Yeah.
So this is what happens when you don't think beyond. Think of all the ramifications and stifling soda creativity. So, I want to talk Guardians of the...
It's like STEM, but the S stands for soda.
I want to talk Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 a little bit. It officially comes out today, which means it came out yesterday. And I want to take a look at the Rotten Tomatoes. We already got your prediction for the box office, which, Kyle, I think you said 150 million for the week.
I did. That was an optimistic... I mean, yeah.
Do we know how it did on Thursday?
Disappointing, basically. What?
Did it do well Thursday night? Do we know?
I think it made somewhere between 14 and 17. I don't 100% remember.
Yeah, I'm seeing 17 million.
Okay. That's the thing. These preview numbers, I don't know what those translate to, but 17 is pretty good. I think.
I'm reading Deadline. It said it did 17.5 million, which is very good. There's been some concern heading to the weekend about hard threequelitis is poised to hit this movie, but it's a lot of heart, lots of fun. So yeah,
threequelitis, really?
Threequelitis.
Make
that's
up
the
names
word
for everything.
That is the word Deadline used. Threequelitis.
Meanwhile, we're on Fast and the Furious 10. Is there 10 colitis?
Yes. Audiences are liking it, 94% positive and 80% recommend. obviously these are the people who chose to see it on Thursday, so they may tell you something. But yeah, off to a good start. So your 150 may be good. I want to also check out Rotten Tomatoes on it. I see Geo said it's got a good Rotten Tomatoes. I think it was in the 70s when we looked earlier this week, and I predicted it would go lower. And this is why I am not in the prediction game, because it is actually up to 80% now on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, it's certified.
That is certified fresh with a 96% audience score. I too thought this movie would be a little bit of a disappointment, but I am not nearly as confident in that now. I think Disney may have a big hit on their hands. So we shall see. We are definitely going to revisit this on Monday and see how the weekend box office went. And I was hoping to have Mac on here, but he is not in the office. I know we read the official review from Ben, but I really wanted our Marvel reviewers' take on it.
And if you did see the movie, which I have not, so I have not read the article, but Mac does have an article explaining the mid and post-credit scenes in case you are lost. So you can go check that out. And we will be doing, after I get a chance to see the movie, we will be doing Exacts of Live either next week or the week after that. So stay tuned to this YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified every time we go live here, whether it's for this nonsense or for Walk and Talks later today, or for Disney Trivia Live, Barely Necessities, Zacks of Live, Who's the Boss Live. We do other things. Parks Talk Live. What else do we do?
I don't know. I want to read a couple of these Rotten Tomatoes reviews. Just a couple. Just the snippets.
Is Armand White on there?
I'm not even looking for him.
Okay.
So, Odie Henderson from the Boston Globe. A movie is only as good as its bad guy, and I dreaded having to spend time with him. And that's the criticism we've heard. The villain here is not the best. Chris Hewitt from Minneapolis Star Tribune. Uneven though it may be, Volume 3 continues to demonstrate that Gunn has a unique skill set. And that's mostly what I've heard. It's a good movie, not a great movie.
He's got a unique set of skills.
But here is Sarah Michelle Fetters from MovieFreak.com, a top critic. Not only is Guardians Volume 3 my favorite film of the series, but it's also quite possibly the best entry in the entire MCU.
Sounds familiar, Mac.
So I'm looking forward to Kyle seeing this and seeing if he agrees, and hearing from Mike Mack and seeing if he agrees with that as well. All right. I think it's time for boom, boom, boom.
Nice fake out.
Yes, we have a special edition of Pocket Picks today. Apparently, our CEO went to an event last night that none of us knew about, and we are going to look at his tweets from that, because there are some pretty entertaining tweets. There's also a video on our YouTube you can go check out. So this was the DVC, Disney Vacation Club. By the way, if you haven't heard the song that he put out, it's fantastic. It's called Screen to Scream DVC Member Event for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. They had their own special map for it. It looks like it was held at Epcot based on this. And,
yes,
they had
which would make sense because there is a Guardians ride there. If you don't know,
do you think they had it open?
I would hope so. I mean, let me check. He sent me the email with some information about this. Eligible member screen. Okay, they got to see the movie first, and then got to go to Epcot, including Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind and Test Track were both open.
Nice. We got to meet Star-Lord and Gamora here.
Gamora.
Nice. I'm sorry?
Gamora,
that's what I said.
Okay.
They had some cool entertainment. Check this out. You think they borrowed this from Cirque du Soleil?
I was wondering if they were tumble monkeys.
Yours probably makes more sense. So fun stuff. We have a video of this on our site, of the event already on our site as well, on our YouTube. And a little bit more. One other thing I wanted to make sure I showed you from here. My share screen is not going as smoothly as it normally does, so sorry it's taking me a little bit longer to get stuff going. But here we have, he says, not sure what these are, but they give off splash-tacular reject vibes. I really like it.
I like that 90s house music.
So nice use of mission space too. Better than a ride. Just use it to house some of these cool visuals. And this one, and here is the tapestry of nations performers that travel through a quantum tunnel. I don't know for a fact who did these tweets, but I'm guessing it wasn't actually Benji. They're just a little too clever for that.
Yeah, maybe someone who hangs out with Benji a lot. Also, I get those are they're almost like Eureka, just like
Oh yeah. Oh, of course, because they've got the thingies too.
yeah.
The bouncy thingies from Eureka, and it's cool because if they end up on their head, they have some cushion up there, like they can balance that way too. Very strange costume. I haven't seen the movie. Maybe it themes. You some quick news. Oh, we have breaking news, right, Kyle? Is that what you sent me? Breaking news.
I sent you breaking news.
All right, we have a thing for that.
So as you know, Doctor Who is going to be part of Disney. It's going to air new episodes on Disney Plus in America, and Jonathan Groff will be appearing on Doctor Who. If you don't know who Jonathan Groff is, he's known for Spring Awakening on Broadway. He
No.
is Kristoff in Frozen.
No.
He's on Glee.
No.
He originated the role of the King in
King George.
Hamilton.
That's who he is.
He's known for spitting.
When you watch Hamilton on Disney Plus, he's the guy they zoom real tight on his face and he just spits all over you. He is King George. Tony Betty says, spoiler alert, the event is mostly atmospheric entertainment.
Gio says, wow, Olaf. But no, that's Disney legend Josh Gad. This is Disney legend Jonathan Groff.
Jonathan Groff. King George. That's who he is. You'll be back. And then Mike did his best Jonathan Groff in London singing You'll Be Back in karaoke.
In London.
We have to show sometime, but I have to get his permission first. All right, time for the quiz-occasional part of our show. Because Kyle loves when words get coined like that. Quiz-occasional. All right, Kyle. On this day in 1929, a Disney legend was born. Don't look down at the bottom of the screen. Oh, yeah, you can look. I didn't share it. A Disney legend was born. One of the iconic princesses. Worked with Mark Davis on her character. I'll give you credit if you can just name the character since I know. You
Cinderella?
The actress. You are correct. Eileen Woods, one of my wife's favorite Disney personalities and her favorite princess, I believe. Cinderella was born. She has passed away, but she was one of the absolute nicest people in the world. A couple of times I met her. Just, you love when a Disney princess is an actual princess in real life, and Eileen Woods absolutely was. Disney legend, 2003, passed away in 2010. Okay. This one you will know. 1981, Kyle.
Okay.
Actress was born. Child actor.
Yeah.
Do you know who it is?
No, I'm just saying, like, born in 1981. Yeah, child.
Child actor born in 1981. Has one of the most iconic Goes to Disney World scenes ever.
So it like on a TV show
Yes. She was a regular on a TV show. This TV show went to Disney World, and people go to Disney World just to recreate this scene on a bench.
Oh, on a bench. I mean,
Kyle, you've probably worked with her, knowing you.
no. I'm trying to think of who's gone to Disney World. So like, it's not Danielle Fishel.
It is Danielle Fishel.
Okay.
And I'm not sure why you said it's not.
Well, I didn't say it's. I didn't mean to say it's not. I said it could be. I meant to say it could be. So yeah.
It is Danielle Fishel. You have worked with her, I'm sure.
I have not worked with her. I did see her at C2E2 a couple weeks ago, and it was very exciting because I'm a big Boy Meets World fan. I didn't know people went there to recreate a scene on a bench, though.
I've seen it on TikTok.
Listening to Pod Meets World, which she does with Ryder Strong and Will Friedle, and watching the series again, one episode at a time on Disney Plus, and then listening to their recap of the show. So that's been fun. They'll get to this one eventually. I think this is in season 3 or 4? Probably 3, right, judging by their ages there. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to listening to that one.
Very cool. I've watched only a little bit of that show. Not a huge fan. All right, here we go.
Tony Betty is correct about this. That I remember. The fountain more than the bench. Yeah.
Gotta love Tony. All right, on this day in 1987, Disney introduced something for the first time that allowed them to literally print money.
They created Disney dollars.
Wow, that was a tough one, wasn't it? Yes, the first Disney dollars were available to the public. Mickey on the $1 bill, Goofy on the $5 bill. Is it sad to you, Kyle, that Disney dollars are no longer a thing?
I mean, they are because they're still legal tender. I think if you take them, you can probably get money for 'em. I have a Mickey at least somewhere. I do remember that I wanted Goofy, and my parents were like, "Well, no, that one's more money. You can't have that." So I just have Mickey. But yeah, no, they were. I mean, they were gift cards before gift cards. It makes perfect sense, and they are great. I wonder how much money they have. People just keeping them as souvenirs.
Yeah,
Bought a dollar souvenir for a dollar.
that's the number. How many Disney dollars are just sitting in people's drawers?
Well, it's just like
They,
Starbucks is basically a bank because of
I know.
how much they have in gift cards.
I read an article or a podcast or something talking, what business is Starbucks in? They're not in the coffee business. They're not in the real estate business. They are a bank. And that's why they make their money. They are a bank. That is just such a crazy thought. All right. And this day in 2004, an attraction opened to California Adventure.
What year?
2004.
2004, California Adventure. Is it something that still exists?
In a way,
In a way. um,
which is like a dead giveaway.
oh, wow. It's no, that doesn't make sense. Can I have another hint?
It
What
also
part? What land?
Hollywoodland.
Oh,
Now Avengers Campus.
oh, now Avengers can't. So something in. Oh, okay. So Flicks Fun Fair. So like the Flick Flyers.
Oh man, Kyle, I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, Tower of
Tower
Terror.
of Terror.
What? That was a decent guess. Thinking because the Flicks Flyers still. I know that was 2002, but I'm just like they moved that. That still does exist in a way.
No, that was fair, but this was a little more straightforward. The structure still exists, even though it looks like someone got sick eating crunch berries down the side of the building. Thank you, Tony Betty, for that
The
morning
new Twilight
information.
Zone Tower of Terror. The new Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. The new Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
So this opened in 2004. We were at this event when they opened this. It was the same day they not kicked off, they announced the 2005 Disneyland 50th anniversary with that event at the Hyperion Theater, and Kelsey Grammer was there. So yeah, this was a memorable day for us.
And you got threatened not to post the footage of Kelsey Grammer
We don't talk about Bruno around here. All right, in 2005,
years ago.
in 2005, on this day, what happened at Disneyland that was foreshadowed by this day in 2004?
Kelsey Grammer. No, there was a 50th thing 2 months
Yes.
early. Okay.
The 50th kicked off. 5505 was the official kickoff of the 50th anniversary. They closed the park to normal guests. So only it was a big media event, which was kind of sad to kick off the 50th. But the park was closed, and they had Leanne Rimes singing. Julie Andrews was there. Christina Aguilera was there. It was a real cool event. Just sad that it was not a public event, but anyway. So it kicked off, and so the big thing for Disneyland's 50th was attractions from all over the world were being shared with other parks. So what attraction opened on this day in 2005 at Epcot that was being shared from another park?
Soarin'.
You are correct. And what attraction opened on this day in Disney's Hollywood Studios that was being shared from another park?
That would be Lights, Motors, Action.
You are on a roll, Kyle. This may be your highest scoring day ever. Let's see if we can bring it home with these last two. I have faith in you.
Okay.
On this day in 2006, a brand new TV show debuted. The first time this character has been used in a TV series specifically aimed at preschoolers. What
Okay,
is that
so
show?
was it like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
Oh my goodness, Kyle. You are one away from your best ever. Come inside.
Oh,
It's fun inside.
Tools.
Toodles.
Whatever.
Were you not in preschool when this debuted?
I only know it because I had I don't know if had to is the right word, because I saw the Playhouse Disney / Disney Junior show sometime. Because you gotta, at some point you're like, I need to experience every attraction that they have at this resort because I've done everything. So you go watch a toddler show and feel awkward about it.
Without a toddler, yes. Seen this show a lot. My son, this was 2006. Giddy was born in 2009. This was a show he loved, and a lot. Tony Betty, you're in the chat. Is this a good show? Your animations are. All right, finally, Kyle, you're going to nail this one. I have no doubt. On this day in 2017, a movie was released.
Okay. 2017. Was that? No, because that would have been longer ago. Was that one? Was that? No, because that would have been 2 years. It's sorry. It's not. It's a Marvel movie, right?
It is a Marvel movie. Good
It
job.
has to be a Marvel movie. I'm just trying to think of which one it is. Because I don't think it's Avengers. Right? It's not Avengers.
I'm going to give you my poker face, and we want one answer.
Okay.
Tony says, to be honest, he's only watched it in puppet form to support his friends.
There you go.
JJ has only
6
still
years
seen
ago.
Disney Junior DCA. 6 years ago. Do I need to give you a hint?
Is it Guardians?
Is that your answer?
This is too much pressure. Yeah, Guardians 2, I guess it would be. Because I was thinking Guardians 1, but that was in August, and I think that was 10 years ago almost. So
let's see if you're right. Are you right?
Yeah.
It is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Hope got it before you did. Yes, you are correct. Awesome job, Kyle. You did well.
We were in the spoilers for a 6-year-old movie. In that post-credit scene, we're introduced to Adam Warlock, who is now actually coming to the screen in Guardians 3, which I have not seen.
And how do you know he's in it?
Because he's in the trailer.
Let's check the Twitterville. That's all for this day in Disney history. Stay tuned for more of that on Monday. Fun fact, we don't do this day in Disney history on the weekends. I don't pick them up all on Monday so that if we get renewed for next year, we have a few new ones to do. So I don't know if you guys knew that, but yeah. Anything else you're aware of, Kyle? Anything drop while we were doing this?
Trying to get over to my tweet deck, but I have too many windows open and it makes it harder, and there's not a standalone app for TweetDeck anymore, so that also makes it harder to find.
Got some refurbishments. Those aren't that new. Just some Disneyland dark ride refurbishments. They don't last that long. You won't miss them.
Flamin Hot movie. Looks like that. Oh wait, is this a new poster?
Oh no. Give me a link. I'm so excited. Yes. We don't care what it is. It doesn't even have to be Disney. It could be like a new Warner Brothers poster. Oh, I'm so excited for this movie. Here we go. This just in. We've got a new poster for Flamin' Hot. The flavor you know, the story you don't. The 100% not true story of the origin of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Created by a janitor? Is that what the story was?
Yeah. Basically, I think he's a janitor at... So yeah, Doobie says 100% not true. So this was, this was the story for a long time, and Frito-Lay has gone along with it, that this janitor heard in a thing that the CEO said, you can call me with ideas and stuff, and so he actually did, and had this idea that they should make Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and then they became a massive hit. It seems like maybe not everything lines up with the story, but it makes a good story. And Eva Longoria directed this movie for Searchlight Pictures. It premiered. I don't know if we have a full review of it, but Alex saw the movie, and I think he reviewed it, and it's coming to Hulu and Disney Plus on June 9th. And this is
looking forward to this one. I'm trying to see if we have a review for it. Film review, Flamin' Hot Cheetos biopic. May not be true, but it's still full of flavor. Alex review coming to you in the chat right now. Oh, so I get to read the final paragraph. That's what we do with reviews here.
Yes,
The
please.
biggest, the biggest problem with Flamin' Hot is the authenticity of the source material, which seems to be inauthentic. The Times broke the story in 2021 that Richard Montaigne's story, widely circulated in public speaking engagements and published in the film's source material, isn't exactly true. While he was a pioneering marketer with the Hispanic community, there is a lot of evidence to suggest that when it comes to the creation of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, the story is a lot less exciting. It would be like seeing a biopic about the founders of Post-it starring Romy White and Michelle Weinberger. You're going to have to explain that to me. Still, the job of a marketer is to tap into your mind and heart, both of which this story and film succeed at.
So have you ever heard of the movie Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion?
Yes.
They pretend to be the inventors of Post-it notes so they could be big shots at their high school reunion. So that's a reference to that. I've actually never seen the movie, but I know that much.
That is a great line from Alex then, now that I know that. So it sounds like it is a great movie, and then you find out it's not a true story, and it brings it down.
I mean, that's usually how most of it, like, we saw the movie Argo, and you're like, wow, this like thrilling ending, and then you read the book, and you're like, oh, it's still very interesting. Like the whole like setup is right. It's just like it was not as dramatic at the end. They were totally fine.
Social Network. I kind of had that feeling once I.
You know, it's cooler than $1 million.
Oh, no, the Facebook. No, get rid of the. Just Facebook. That is still one of my all-time favorite movies, though, but not as good now that I know how not true it is. I think that's it. We have any more posters? Any other studios? We should just now start collecting movie posters just so we can use the breaking news bit.
Let me see if there's more movie posters then. I see that one, and I see. Oh, the trailer is coming in 5 days. Don't know why they need to tease that 5 days ahead of time. Seems like something they could just release.
Trailer for what?
Flamin' Hot. Sorry.
Oh, so Alex has seen the movie. We have a review up, and the trailer is not even coming for another 5 days.
It's coming in 5 days.
Oh, wow. Bonjour. Potier Sebastian is in Disneyland Paris. I think that little FR means he's showing the French flag emoji. That's cool.
That's why it's showing the French flag emoji on the screen.
Not on my screen.
Really?
In your StreamYard screen, you see it?
Yeah. Like when you show it on the stream, I not only see it in the comments, but I see it when you put it on screen.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do.
You see it right now on the bottom of the screen.
I'm going to screenshot and send it to you after this.
How is it possible you do and I don't? Because that should be a graphic at this point.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Because I just see FR.
We're uncovering something. I hope. What if it disappears from the screenshot that I'm sending you right now? Like that'd be even weirder.
That would. Whoa! You just blew my mind, Kyle. There is no way. How is that possible?
Can we do a poll?
I have to send you a screenshot. I don't know why.
Take a picture. I'll smile. This is one time where the smiling actually makes sense.
All right, let me know. What do you see on the screen right there after the word Paris? Do you see the little tiny letters FR, or do you see an actual Paris flag? Wow. Fantasmic opened in 1992 at Disneyland, I believed.
It's very interesting.
Hope's questions. That's just freaky. So what is on YouTube then? There's no way both are on YouTube, right?
All
right, I'm checking YouTube right now. You check YouTube, I'm checking YouTube. All right, so on YouTube, I see the French flag.
Okay, that's good to know. Then I'm sure that I will too. I do too. And now I'm hearing myself back. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, TIL. Which I've said enough now that I'm going to start to hate that phrase. All right, I think that's it for today. Thanks for joining us, folks. I am going to ponder.
Send screenshots to trivia at Laughing Place.
I'm going to spend the next half hour trying to figure out why StreamYard works this way. Okay, I'll do it off the air. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Bye.